What's up guys, Wiz Comics back, another video. It has been a while, but I just needed to make a video because it's been too long. I've recently done 2 shows this month. We're coming on the end of January. I'll try to upload this as soon as I can and maybe have to edit it a little bit. But we're coming up to the end of January, and I've done 2 shows this month. And the first one was the biggest show I've done yet to date, so I'll talk about that and then probably put up some clips and all that and show the haul or books that I picked up at the show. And then the other show was this past weekend, and it was one of the smallest shows I've done to date, and I'll explain that whole situation. But Fan Expo, New Orleans, it was the biggest show, at least in terms of cost to get in as a dealer, and I think just foot traffic in general. And it was my most gross sales as well. But for how much it cost to get in, I was actually a little disappointed with how much I made. Not a lot. I still was happy with how the weekend went, but it was a little under what I was hoping for. Again, just based on how much it costs to get in. However, if you signed up, I'm working out with some people, but if you signed up that day for the next year, it was like literally 20% cheaper. So it was a couple $100, almost $300 cheaper. So that will make it a lot easier to make that money up. I'll throw up some clips. Honestly, at this point, it's the same thing every time. The setup wise, I've basically got the formula down, or my system down, so it's nothing special. I had a 10 by 10. I hung up my sign. I also for whatever reason I had curtains on either side, and I felt kind of enclosed or tucked away a little bit, but the spot was fine. I brought 6 boxes of back issues, 6 boxes of key issues, which I did really well. Those are definitely my best boxes. The kind of like minor keys, $10 and up books. And then I brought some sets and slabs for underneath the table. Sold a few slabs. I sold some big books. We'll get into that. And I'll show pictures. So if I don't remember, it's been a couple weeks, so if I don't remember exactly what I sold, I'll just throw up pictures anyway because I have the pictures. Biggest books being the Todd McFarlane ASM 300 signed by Todd McFarlane in the 7.5. I sold a Wolverine Origins 10, the 3rd claw variant, signed, and that was a graded book as well. Those were the 2 biggest graded books I sold. And then I also sold my X-Men 101. I sold that, and I think I sold my Hulk 180 as well. Yeah, I sold my Hulk 180. So those were some of the biggest books I sold. Some of the big stuff too, like I said, I forget exactly. The other thing that I remember was I sold this to my buddy. I gave him a great deal on this Power Rangers variant signed by the Green Ranger actor who committed suicide. Really cool book. I got a really good deal on it, but I sold it to him. I knocked down a lot on that book. And then we'll get into the haul. What else can I talk about? I did an interview on Paper Chase Comics channel, if you want to watch his video about Fan Expo. But I mean, same old as always, nothing crazy. But I'll get into the haul. These books right here were traded. I had a huge stack of Alita comics and some other things, and some Razor comics. And I traded them with my buddy at Kiss Comics, and this is what he gave me. And there's one other book, but I don't have it. It's in my storage unit right now. Man Called Nova #1. I haven't rebagged and boarded these or repriced them, but it's just where they're at right now. So Nova #1, Giant Size Chillers #1, Miss Marvel #18, that Mystique first full appearance. Silver Surfer 44. I think that's the first Infinity Gauntlet. Great book there. And that's a nice high grade copy. And then also those plus a Tomb of Dracula #1. So I was very excited about that. Then this I bought these books. Let's see if I got the stack right. I feel like I might be missing a couple. I don't know. Oh yeah, I am missing one. I grabbed. Okay, I think it was these. I believe it was just these four. I got an Amazing Spider-Man 362, newsstand, signed. There's a signature right there. Avengers number 181 for Scott Lang. This really cool Sonic number 50. It's a 1 in 25 incentive. It's like a $50 book. And then this first Sentinels low grade. It's in a weird case, so I gotta take it out of there. But first Sentinels, really low grade. The bottom there is missing. But I bought these four from somebody for a really good deal, and it was some decent books. He had more, but I just picked these four, and I thought I could do something with these. So I grabbed those for a solid deal. Let me go through. I think. Let's see. I don't know. Some of these books, I'm trying to remember where I got them from. But we'll check it out. Whatever. It's not that. It's just some of the things I picked up. These were like $3 books. And there might have been I think there might have been a couple more, but I don't know where they're at. But I got this Batman, The Adventure Continues. Just a really cool Batman cover with the Rogue Gallery. So that was $3. It's like a $10, $15 book on eBay. And then Philadelphia number 2, another really cool variant. So I picked that up for $3. So those are gonna go in my key bins. It's just, I try to find, yeah, I probably just put it elsewhere. They're probably somewhere. But I try to find books, like I like to go to dollar bins, $2 bins, $3 bins, like, and pick up minor keys. And that's one of the easiest ways to find deals and fill in those boxes that do really well for me. Because I double board them, so they kind of get, I'm constantly putting books in there. And I have short boxes of back stock for them, but I still try to replenish that inventory constantly. These I believe were in trade. And I forget exactly how I got them. I'm just gonna show them off. I just got all these books in trade. I forget exactly how to explain it, but I got Amazing Spider-Man number 44 variant. Nice book there. Miles Morales Comic Fest. Ultimate Fallout deal. X-Men 128, a really nice copy of that. X-Men 137, another nice copy of that. Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect part 1. And then Daredevil 183. Really nice cover and really nice grade too. And then definitely the coolest book that I got in, this was actually a partial trade. I sold the ASM 300.75 and got this in partial trade. I essentially paid $100 for this book, and I think I can get double that, maybe a little bit more. But it's low grade. I say low grade. It presents well, and it's complete. But Fantastic 452, the first appearance of Black Panther. It's got hole punches over here, and obviously an entry copy. But yeah, really nice book. Very excited about that. So I got some nice stuff. I think that's about it for Fan Expo. I'll show some pictures. I'm trying to fix this. I'll show some pictures, but I don't know what's going on here. But nothing too crazy. Then I had a show this weekend. I'll show the haul off from that. I'll just show off some of the minor stuff first and then explain the bigger thing. Picked these up. This was $12 for these 6 books. And they're all minor keys. Again, they're all for those bins. Fantastic Four 150. Fantastic Four 167, a really cool Hulk cover. Fantastic Four 164. Defenders 12. These were all $2 a piece, basically, which was crazy. Creatures on the Loose 30. Great Man Wolf cover. And then X-Men 87 for $2. This guy was kind of a dealer, but definitely more of like he was a dealer. I just don't think he does like serious shows or anything like that, but he has some great deals. I wish I had gone through all his bins like at the beginning of the show, but the reason why I kind of stepped away because I bought these 2 from him. I paid $320 for these 2 books. Marvel Special Edition, number 15, first Shang-Chi. Never owned this book before, very excited. So that's really cool there. And then the coolest book, which I thought was a phenomenal deal, and I couldn't believe the price I was on it. And it's not perfect. It's got a spine roll, and there's one of the pages has a tear on the inside, but it presents great. Excuse me, this is Tomb of Dracula number 10. First Blade. So I paid $320 for the pair. I thought that was a killer deal. I couldn't leave that. I know this book is ridiculous expensive, so went ahead and got that. And then I also picked up these 2. He had a bunch of Vampirella mags. I could have spent a lot of money there, and I kind of held back a little bit. I got the 2 wall books that I thought were really cool, and then I went back later and picked up some minor keys. And the only thing I wish I had done is probably picked up some more of those minor keys or flipped through his bins a little bit more, but no big deal. And then I picked up these 2 books. I think this is $20 or $25 for the pair. Marvel Preview number 8, an amazing cover of Blade and Morbius, and it's in nice shape. And I didn't look it up, but this is definitely worth more than that, probably double that at least. And then I got this because I thought it was awesome. I actually just started a police academy, and so I'm going to be a police officer, and I just thought this cover was badass. Eerie, number 98, so I had to have it. And then, at the very end of the day, these people at Stronghold Collectibles in Lafayette, Louisiana, they're awesome. They have a great shop. I've seen them at 2 shows now. I've seen them at more shows, but we've done the same show twice now, and we will be doing Lafayette Con together again. And they wanted this Astonishing Tales, or Astonishing Ant-Man, number 10, this Jenny Frison and Psylocke cover. And it didn't work out. We didn't make a deal at Fan Expo, but I know he had been wanting the book, and I figured I'd hook him up. I mainly just wasn't interested in what they had for trade there, but I did find some things at their booth that I was more interested in. So, and actually, I traded a couple more things because I picked up these 3 books. I felt these were a little underpriced. That was kind of what I was looking for. I think I could squeeze out a little bit more out of them. And then at the same time, well, one's for the PC, and I'll explain that one. But the 2 for the actual book were Sentry number 1, the 1 in 50 variant. It's a variant. I don't know if it's a 1 in 50 or 1 in 25, but really hard to find. They had 55 on it. Because it's not a perfect near mint copy, but in my opinion, it presents well enough that I think that's, that was priced pretty low. So I decided to grab that. And then this is for the PC, Alien number 1, a Scotty Young cover signed by Scotty Young. The only listing on eBay right now is for $150, like raw. And so I think this was just priced a little low. So, and I'm not a huge Scotty fan, but I do like this cover and I like the signature. And I'm a huge Alien fan. I'll have to show off the wall in the collection right now, or soon, because it's changed a lot since I started doing this. But Alien number 1, Scotty Young signed, probably like $150 book, I think. And then this other book, really hard to find, Daredevil 1 Comics Pro retailer exclusive, really cool cover. And again, I think there was a sale for $150 on this book, and I thought that was, and it's really hard to find, really low print. So I thought that was a good deal. So I picked that up as well. And then that's about it. I'll show the setup. Actually, some things went wrong. I did not bring the remote for the sign, Willie's Comic sign. And I also forgot the bases for my wall. So I couldn't even put up the wall. I just had to use a little rack that I brought. So things didn't go as planned. I sold the Captain America 100, so that was pretty cool. And some other nice books as well. But that was the big sale, was the Captain America 100. Super small show. It was one day. The foot traffic was kind of light. But I got in there for free because the guy at Fan Expo, the guy who runs it, needed a comic book guy, and he offered it to me for free, so I couldn't turn that down. And then the other thing that happened at the show, there was a dealer with a Starship Troopers arachnid figure, like from like 1994, I think it was. And I'd been kind of wanting one for a while, but it looked a little used. And he had $25 on it. I'm like, let me just walk around. Maybe I'll think about it. I look it up. The figure's not cheap, and they're hard to find. And $25 was a phenomenal deal. And I was like, I knew I wanted one. I just didn't know if I wanted to pay like what it was going for then and there. But I was thinking this is the best deal I'll get on it. So I went back later and had sold. So that was an error on my part. Remember, if it's a solid deal, it'll go if you don't buy it. But that would have been for the PC. But yeah, I'll show off this stack of books. I need to show off, I haven't showed off a lot of these books. Like this is new. I never put this on YouTube when I bought it. I haven't put this on YouTube. That, like a lot of it. So I'll go through and do that. But these books all came in the mail recently. It's just like a haul. StarCraft Avengers. This, I've never seen this sold before. It is a 1 in 1,000 or 1 of 1,000 con exclusive, also signed. I think I bought the only copy that's sold in any recent time. So I figured that was a really cool book to have. And like I said, I like paying up for really hard to find books and offering that, because I think that's what makes my booth successful. This book, I've had a lot of success when I sold the 2 that I had, and people are always asking about it, but I bought a Alita Battle Angel lot. I got number 9 right here. She got a lot going on, so I'm gonna try to show this off as best as possible. Number 8. These are not cheap books. Number 2, I mean, number 2 and 3 are even like $50 to $80 books. Number 3, again, just not cheap books here. Number 4. And then of course we got number 1. Great book. This is not a cheap book at all. And I sold the last copy that I had. I got a great deal for the whole stack, so I figured I'd, buy it and definitely have room to make money. I'll show this little lot off first. I bought this because one book is for the PC. Comics Interview 102. These 3 will be for sale. Oh, there's one in the back. 97. 85 is a really cool Eric Larson cover. Spider-Man, Punisher. And then the book for the PC is Comics Interview 84. That is a beautiful cover of Wolverine squaring up with Alien, or the Alien, the Xenomorph, whatever you want to call it. Just a badass cover. And this is, I don't even know what year this is from, probably from the 90s. Just really cool. So that's for the PC that's going on the wall. And then finally bought this book. I don't know if I didn't show off the Dead Space convention exclusive. It's right there. That's the convention exclusive. It's double signed. It's Dead Space Extraction, the convention exclusive. The other one, also number 1, has a convention exclusive. So this was a lot. I paid up a little bit for it, but I'll make my money back plus probably extra and then keep the book that I want. So these are hard to find. Dead Space Extraction, one shot. Dead Space 6, Dead Space 5, 4. I'm trying to show this off. I don't want this to run too long. 3, 2, and then great wall book here, number 1. Beautiful book. I have that on the wall right. You can see it right there. And then it came with these 2 books, which is crazy. It came with Extraction, the convention exclusive, as you can see right there. So now this is the second copy I have. Extremely hard to find book. The other one I have is double signed, and I'm probably going to keep that one because it also came with the number 1 convention exclusive, which is double signed. So I think, and it's signed by the same people, so I think it'll go really well together. Extremely, extremely hard to find book. It is lower. It's got a lot of spine ticks, but just a ghost book. Had to buy it. I don't know when I would have seen it again. But yeah, could not. So this one will be for sale, and this one will be for the PC. But yeah, lots of really cool stuff. The next show I have is in March, which is Lafayette, the Louisiana Con again. I'm hoping that goes really well. I got to prepare some of these books for it. And then I'll also be doing a Garage Con again in February, so I'll make a video about that. And then any hauls from here on out, I might be going to something this weekend, this little like travel Comic-Con or comic shop. So I might do a video for that, but needed to get this up. It's been too long. Thanks for watching. Until next time.